In the summer of July 2018, MedDoc was awarded the contract for the provision of services to the John Macintosh wing. The contract until then was being operated by Grand Home Care. At the time, MedDoc agreed to take on staff from Grand Home Care, but employees were in a situation which lacked certain continuity. Grand Home Care required their employees to give 1 month's notice for the termination of their contracts, and MedDoc asked them to terminate their contracts with their previous employer before signing new contracts. Despite one service taking over from another using the same staff, this would not be a transfer. It would effectively mean terminating employment with Grand Home Care to take up employment with the new entrant, MedDoc.
There was a lot of concerns raised by our members at the time. Everything was done in a very short period of time. Obviously, it got us all by surprise in that respect. Obviously, we would have wanted a proper period of consultation prior to that. The workers obviously were caught in a situation where they were extremely concerned, which they didn't know where they're going to have a job at the time where the contract ended with one from the outgoing contractor to the incoming contractor, and where they were going to be transferred or not to the new contractor. In this case, it was MedDoc. So we find ourselves in a very difficult situation whereby we came to the conclusion and we actually filed 2 claims in the industrial tribunal for failure to consult.
Despite the mediation process having taken some time, the long process allowed all parties concerned to develop a good relationship. This, in turn, allowed for what Unite deem a very good result for all parties, which ultimately allowed employees to have a smooth transition between contractors.
For us, from the outset, we have said that a 2P transfer should have taken place. So the agreement itself, it takes a form whereby our members will have the lengths of service respected, indefinite contracts also included, and also a compensation for the failure to consult. So, but I have to say that. Like I said, we all entered into an open mind, and all parties, we have developed a good relationship and come with an outcome which we Unite, is extremely pleased with.
Despite the uncertainty the situation created at the time, Unite says many positives have been taken from the whole mediation process.
For us, importantly to note, and I think that's something which is imperative. It's something that we had in our wish list, which is the extension to the Gibraltar transfer of undertakings, which is the provision change. That is something that the reality is that there was a gap in the local legislation, something that is covered in the UK legislation, and something that the GSLP Liberal Alliance have committed to include in the transfer of undertakings. That is a very positive step for us, because a scenario similar to the one that we lived at the time you will be protected in a sense of a normal 2P transfer from one contractor to another with a 3-month consultation period.